everyone, this is Vivian. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special video for you. I normally do lettering or design or wall art stuff, but today I'm going to show you how to make a face mask or face covering. Because we're in the middle of this pandemic, so if you want to make a mask or a face covering yourself, I find this pretty easy way to make one, and I'm going to show you how. So you don't have to go out and buy those disposable ones because we want to save those for doctors and nurses and healthcare workers. So I have a template that you can download. It's completely free. You don't even need to give me your email, so it will just be a PDF file. But it's not going to be a real size because the fabric you're going to be using is going to be much bigger than the letter size paper. So the template is going to just give you measurements, but you still need to measure on fabric. Now I have this one is what I hand sew it because I don't have a sewing machine, so I hand sew it. But if you have one, this will be a really easy job for you. So you will need a piece of fabric that's about 7 inches tall and then 13 and a half wide. So I have the measurement in a template you can download. And I'm going to show you how to do this in paper because it's just easier. It's more sturdier to show you where the fold is. But in reality, you will make it out of fabric. And ideally, some fabric that has very tight woven or knit. So the thread count should be high. And you will also need to have some elastic band. So I have these just handy. But if you don't have one, you can, if you have a hair tie, any kind of rubber band hair tie, you can use. And if you're a girl, if you have children at home, that has hair band, then you can just use these and then snip it. And sorry, no more hair tie for you. So I have these. The ones I made are about just 6.5 to 7 inches long, so you need 2 of that. And also one thing, we want the piece that goes on top of your nose to be, that has a way to make it form-fitting to your nose. You can use piece of wire, but since I don't have that, you can use something like this. This is like a twist tie. You can find it easily in some other product like loaf of bread or something from the supermarket. So here's how you do it. I am going to demonstrate on paper because it's just easier to show on camera. So first we want to fasten the twist tie on the top. So I trimmed the twist tie a little bit and then make sure it's center, and then just make a little sewing here so there's a stop for the twist tie. That way when you're wearing this mask, it won't be sliding left and right. It will be center. And also do a little you might want to also just do 1 or 2 sewing here so it stays put. Let's cover this by a 1/4 inch fold, and then you want to sew this edge so the twist tie is stay put here. And the second step is to fold the top and the bottom with a 1/4 inch trim. Now if you have a sewing machine, you can sew this edge because sewing machine is just fast, but you don't have to. That's optional. And definitely if you're sewing this by hand, I would say skip that. It's too much sewing. And then the third is to fold this whole thing in half. So now you have almost square shape. And then the fourth step is to create some pleats. So I pleat from 1.5 inch from the bottom, and then with a 1/2 inch pleat, and repeat that twice every 1 inch. So now you have this. And then we want to iron this so this pleat will stay put for a while. Now we're not really sewing yet. Before we sew up the edge, we want to put in the rubber band or the elastic band. So the rubber band I have here, I did 6.5 inch for each side. So before you sew this rubber band on your fabric, you want to make a knot. So make a knot at the end. That way it can stay even just more secure in the fabric. So open your fabric and then put your rubber band on the end of this fold, and then sew it here. So you want to sew it in this area. That way the rubber band won't get pulled out because you're because you're sewing it pretty much just secures it here. So you want to sew on here and then take another piece of rubber band, also 6.5 inch, and then sew it on the other side because we want one for each ear. So do that on both sides. Make sure you iron it before you sew the rubber band. Otherwise, if you have a rubber band here and you're trying to iron it, you're gonna burn the rubber band because there's plastic in there. And then now with the pleat in place, you can start sewing. Just sew all these layers together, and it'll be very quick with the sewing machine. Just right. Even with hand, it doesn't take all that long. So when you get too close to the top, leave about 1/4 inch because we want to finish this edge nicely so it doesn't frill off. So fold another 1/4 inch from both layer, and then hide the other end of the rubber band also with same thing. Tie your rubber band and then hide it on the side that has the twist tie, and then also just sew it just like you did in the corner, and then fold it and then do the final couple run through, and then do the same thing on this side, and then you have something like this. So there are many different type of face covering that you can make, and the benefit of this type is that you're essentially creating a pocket, so you can put other layers of fabrics or gauze or different filtering materials that you want, and you can wash them separately. So I hope this has been helpful. And this is not my typical video, but anyway, stay home and stay safe. And don't forget you can download the template from the link in the description below. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you next time. Bye!